The most asked question I get is, Nathan, how the fuck do you improve at Geometry Dash? Today, I'm going to be giving you 10 tips on how to improve at Geometry Dash, specifically for improving your skill and beating harder levels. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, the first tip I give literally everybody that plays this game and they want to improve, I say, what do you play on? What's your sort of setup to play this game? There are a bunch of things you need to consider when it comes to like setup and playing the game. First thing, very general, what device do you play on? If you play on mobile, it is extremely hard to improve at the game. The skill ceiling for mobile is a lot lower than the skill ceiling for PC. You can be a lot better at PC. Playing on PC is just, if you want to be the best that you can, you play on PC. It's that simple. It's all I'm going to say about it. Next thing you want to consider is your input device. So I use a SEO device. Here, let me show it. It's like a mini keyboard if you don't know. I used mouse for years. I'm going to recommend SEO device because it's cheaper. A good mouse, like I was using a Razer Viper 10K polling rate, and it's really good, but it's a little bit more expensive. SEO device is cheap, and I would just recommend getting it because it also has a rapid trigger or whatever the hell it's called, and that's pretty good. Okay, so you're on PC. I'm going to do like a full settings setup video. This is just a brief overview, but you want to have Mega Hack. You can probably copy like some of the settings I have on screen, and you want to use Geode. Geode isn't out right now because it's like 2.2081 or whatever the hell the version is. Again, I'll go over that in a setup video I'm going to probably make in the future. The second tip I have for all players, the biggest flaw I see is they don't practice enough. So when you practice or when you want to learn a level, you need to practice a lot. I have poured in around 18, I haven't even loaded my save data. I'm close to 19,000 on this level, Cybernetic Crescent. And I've practiced a lot. Most of my attempts are practice mode. Probably of my almost 19,000 attempts, probably 15,000 are practice mode. You want to spend most of your time practicing. Why? By practicing, you're avoiding late deaths. So deaths past, I would say 40%, for example. But basically, to practice, you want to turn off auto checkpoints here. You want to just go into practice mode and you just play. And then you place checkpoints. You don't want to place checkpoints after every click. But let's say you want to learn a part that's really hard. Let's say this ship is very hard for me. What you're going to do is you're going to place a checkpoint right before the ship and you're going to play. And you're just going to play that ship. And let's say, oh shit, I died, whatever. You restart and you keep playing from this ship until you're good at it, basically. That's the idea of practicing. And then eventually, after you're good at all of the individual parts, you want to string together maybe 4 or 5 parts, start to pull runs. Obviously, if you don't know what a run is when you do like long sections of the level. So for example, if I do 30% to 80%, that's a run, for those who don't know. You want to tend to do runs to 100. Those really help with not dying to the later parts of the level when you go from 0. So for example, in this level, I really like doing 40 to 100, which is the drop all the way to the 100 without dying. And once I do that, I know I'm almost ready to go from 0. I like practicing a little bit more before the drop, but after that, I do go from 0, and hopefully that will help me die less in the later parts of the level. The third thing, it's okay to take breaks. If you are grinding at a level, I mean, we've all done this. I spent 36K or whatever on Zodiac. I played this level for like 3 months straight, and I didn't want to play it anymore. It's okay to take some breaks, especially if you're grinding many hours a day. You can take a break after playing it for, let's say, a few weeks, come back, and often you'll be a little bit better. Sometimes what you can do is you can take a break, play a different level, play a different group of levels, and then come back, and you'll notice you'll actually be a lot better. Basically, in a nutshell, allow yourself to take breaks when doing really hard shit. It'll be good for you in the long run. Number 4. When you're pushing for a completion, try not to take a day off. Now this sounds like it completely contradicts the last point, but for example, I'm trying to beat Cybernetic Crescent. I would say I'm pretty close to beating the level. I mean, 90, 93, I have 85 times 2. I'm pretty close. It is really important, and I really don't listen to my own advice here, that I play it at least a little bit every day. Even practicing the level for 20 minutes every day will help you keep the consistency to beat the level. Now, obviously, this is different from, you know, you're playing a level for months and you want to take a break. I'm talking about when you're close to beating the level. How to get consistent at a level is you play it constantly. The more you play it, the more consistent you are. Now, that is different from sitting down every day and playing it for 8 hours. I'm talking about a daily thing. You want to be consistent on the daily basis, and that is really important. And I find I beat a lot more levels if I play the level. Even if like I don't feel like playing the level someday, I'll sit down and at least play it for maybe 20 to 30 minutes, and that's it. Number 5, you should be challenging yourself. Don't consistently play levels that are going to be really easy to you because you're never going to improve that way. For example, for me, my hardest right now is Sonic Wave. I'm going for this level, Cybernetic Crescent. But if I decided, hey, I'm just going to play Bloodbath difficulty levels for the next 6 months, I'm not improving over the next 6 months. Like, maybe a little bit, but it's not a lot. You got to keep pushing yourself if you want to improve at the game, and that is what the goal of this video is. Number 6, avoid massive jumps. Now, I'm a terrible example of this because I tried jumping to Zodiac, and as you can see, that didn't go very well for me. I didn't really enjoy the game when I played Zodiac. So I would say, don't do massive jumps. Now, you're probably improving at the same rate if you do jump, maybe a little bit faster if you jump, but the thing is, you're playing one level, and that gets really boring. Now, Zodiac isn't the worst level to jump to because it's like 3.5 minutes long or however long it is. So at least there's a lot of level. You're not playing the same thing, but if you jump to like a Cobwebs, for example, it's like 30 seconds or whatever, you're going to hate yourself because it's so hard and it's only 30 seconds, right? Overall, I would avoid jumps because it allows you to play different levels, and trust me, you want to play different levels. You don't want to be stuck playing the same level. That's when you get demotivated and you don't want to play the game. Number 7, focus on improving Ship and Wave. Ship and Wave are the 2 hardest game modes, and they're the 2 most skill-based game modes. All the other game modes, UFO, Cube, Ball, they can all be sort of grouped together in like timings, you know? And I don't think you need to specifically improve timings because there's timings in basically every level. But Ship and Wave, you need to specifically focus on. So, for example, I noticed my ship game mode is horrendous, so I decided to play Cybernetic Crescent because my hardest is Sonic Wave. I'm pretty good at Wave. I think I am definitely stronger in the Wave than the ship. So I decided to challenge myself with a ship-based level because you need to be good at all the game modes to be good at the game. If you're just good at Wave, you might be able to beat some hard Wave levels, but overall, it doesn't make you a complete player, or it doesn't really make you that much better of a player as a whole. Number 8 is, don't make your playing sessions too long. Now, this is mainly to avoid burnout. Overall, sitting down and playing a level for 7 hours every day is terrible. You're just going to burn out, and you're not going to like the level, and it's just bad. Spread out your playing time. You're not really in a rush to beat a level unless you're putting a time limit on yourself, which you shouldn't be doing that. Number 9. Understand that progress is slow. Going from like being able to beat a hard demon to being able to beat an extreme demon can take a while. I don't remember how long it took me, probably like a year and a half, maybe 2 years. It takes a long time. Don't worry if it's taking you like a long time. It takes forever. And then once you get to extremes, going from like Cataclysm to, for example, Sonic Wave, this has been like 3 years for me. Like, it takes a really long time to get good at this game. You need to play consistently. You need to play using all the tips I've shown. You need to play properly, and that's how you'll improve over time. And you just need to make sure that you understand this game is a hard game. If you think you're going to come here and just start slaying insane extreme demons, then you're going to be very disappointed when you find that that is not the case. And lastly, number 10, you should only be playing levels that interest you. If you're playing a level that you don't care about, there is literally nothing worse. For example, I rolled a wheel of a bunch of random levels that I thought I'd be interested in. It landed on this level, Troll level. So I said, okay, I'll play Troll level. I didn't really like this level. It took 5,400 attempts to learn because it's a memory-based level. I didn't really have that good of a time with it because I wasn't interested in it. It wasn't a level that I wanted to play. You should only be playing levels that you want to play. Otherwise, you're not going to have a good time and you're not going to improve. That is probably the most important thing on this list. After all, you really want to have fun with the game, and the only way you have fun is by playing levels that you want to play. That is all my tips. I hope these are useful to you, and good luck to everyone trying to get better at the game. I'm going to make that video on the correct setup. That's going to probably come out soon. I don't know when. And yeah, see you guys around. Peace.